Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar for University of London's Master of Science in Cybersecurity program with Coursera. My name is Ankit. I'm an enrollment counselor here at Coursera. Joining me today is Maria, one of my fellow enrollment counselors, who will be answering your questions in the Q&A box, and we'll have Naomi from Coursera Marketing helping behind the scenes. In today's webinar, we have the honor to welcome Dr. Fauzia Idrees, a program director from University of London, who will be answering and helping us understand the program better and how it helps our learners to transform themselves into cybersecurity professionals of tomorrow. We will deep dive into a Q&A session with Fauzia to answer a few questions to help the learners understand how the university helps in their pursuit of getting a master's degree in the most sought after field of study. In the sessions following that, we'll be learning more about the program with a short overview, admission requirements, application process, and tuition fees. Then we shall end off the session with a live Q&A. You will see a poll on your screen now. Please take your time to answer that. In the meantime, please drop your questions into the Q&A box below as we go along. Maria will be answering these questions during the session, and as we end, we'll go through the remaining questions. So let's get started with the highlight of today's webinar, a session with Fauzia after the short video. Awesome. That was a great video. It perfectly helps you understand what you're expecting from this program. Now, I'm very excited to introduce Dr. Fauzia Idrees, Program Director at the University of London. Hi, Fauzia. Thanks so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Ankit, and hello and welcome everyone for this webinar. I'm fine, thank you so much, and I'm so excited to start this interview.
Awesome. So would you like to tell us more about yourself before we dive into the session?
I'm Dr. Fauzia Idrees. I'm an electronics engineer, and I did my PhD in cybersecurity and MSc in information security, and also MBA in entrepreneurship. I have more than 25 years of work experience in defense industry, military, and academia. And I worked in different countries. So this program really excites me because we have students from all around the world. And I really enjoy this program. And I'm the first director for this MSc in Cybersecurity program.
Perfect. It's an awesome beginning to the awesome webinar, I would say. So thanks so much for taking the time to be here today to join our webinar and answer these questions that we will now proceed on to. I know for a fact that the students have been actually waiting for this webinar and looking for this for quite some time now. So we'll have some great questions for you. So let's start the session. So the first question is, what makes a great application for the course and what should be included in the personal statement?
So first of all, I would say carefully follow all application guidelines and deadlines. Make sure you understand and fulfill the admission requirements. Your application should clearly explain why you are interested in this course, what are your motivations, and how it aligns with your academic and professional goals. In your application and personal statement, highlight your academic achievements, any honors, awards, scholarships you have received, if you have any relevant work experience, internships, research projects, publications, do mention them in your CV and in personal statement. And it's good to include a letter of recommendation from your teacher, or if you are working, then from your employer.
Perfect. And I mean, just a tailing question, I actually come across this whenever I speak to different learners. So if a learner is, let's suppose, is working as a freelancer in the same domain, so is that also something that they can actually include in their profile? I mean, it actually makes sense to me. So just wanted your feedback.
It doesn't it it really doesn't matter if you are working in a big company or you are working as a a consultant or freelancer. You're working for yourself. So
Mhm.
do mention whatever relevant work experience you have, especially in cybersecurity. I would say in IT sector in cybersecurity. So it's fine to mention your own, freelancing work experience.
Perfect. Thanks, Fazia, for answering that. Now, proceeding on to the next question. So if we can just move on to the next slide. Yes. So here's the second question. So what is the difference between standard or graduate and performance-based entry route?
So the standard one is if applicant like it's a normal, if you are fulfilling the normal standard requirements of MSc admission, then yeah, you're like um, fulfilling the admission requirements. And if applicants do not meet the standard requirements for direct entry, they can apply for the MSc via the performance-based admission. With this PBA route, they will need a third class bachelor's degree or agrotate, and applicants with an appropriate professional work experience and qualifications from a recognized professional body like some certifications, for example,
Mhm.
CISSP, even if they are not like fulfilling the standard criteria, but they have their CISSP or other relevant certifications, and plus they have some work experience of cybersecurity, not
Mhm.
like work experience of any field. It
Right.
should be relevant because I have received a few applications where applicants are just sending any other experience. So it
Right.
should be relevant to cybersecurity, and then they can be considered for this PBA route. And students on the PBA route, they can be transferred to MSc on successful completion of at least 30 credits. 30 credits means two modules.
Right. That is perfect. I guess that is the most complete answer that students can get to that question. Thanks, Fazia, again for that. Now, let's move on to the next question, third one. So how can students access academic support during their studies? Can they connect with their professors if they have any questions about the topic?
Yeah, yes, of course. Actually, each module is guided by a team of a module leader and online tutor. And there are like discussion forums, weekly forums, and tutor discussion forums where students can interact with their academic staff. And the module leader of almost all of our modules are the professors from Royal Holloway, and they are actually the subject experts. They have designed and developed these modules, and they are the same professors who are teaching the Royal Holloway's on-campus MSc. So students of this distance learning program are really lucky. They will have access to the same professors. And Royal Holloway is the first university of UK which has started this cybersecurity education in the UK.
That is actually exciting to know because even I did not know that for a fact that it's really exciting and
Yeah, we are
being
the
part.
pioneers. Yeah, we are the pioneers in cybersecurity education in the UK, and our MSc in information security was started back in 1992 when nobody was even talking about cybersecurity and information security. So we have the largest alumni network of security professionals.
That is so exciting. Even now, I want to be part of this program as well, I guess. It's so good to understand that. And well, again, you actually put that put answers to that question perfectly, Fausia. So I believe it answers all of the questions because most of the time I'm interacting with students, they are actually asking me more about the tutor forum that they can access. And like you mentioned, that tutors will be assigned on the respective modules that they select for. So it actually makes sense for them to also uh, interact with professors, and that also keeps them motivated because it's a degree program and they'll be doing it from their home. So yeah, perfect. So now let's move on to the next question then. Now, how does the university keep its cybersecurity curriculum relevant with emerging trends and technologies?
So to ensure the relevance of our curriculum in line with emerging trends and technologies, we conduct regular reviews to identify outdated content in our modules. And just to give you an example of revision frequency, we started this program in October 2022. And very first module, which was the foundation module, which is the mandatory module for all the students, it has undergone three revisions since October 2022, just to make sure um, it aligns with the market, requirements. And cybersecurity is a field which really keeps changing. If you
Right.
don't update your knowledge, you are just gone. So you need to update very frequently. And also we have an established partnerships with leading cybersecurity industries, companies and governments, and mostly in government and those companies Royal Holloway's alumni are there. So we have
Right.
very close actually collaborations with them. They are our advisors. They come and they actually help us in designing and developing our syllabus. And
Right.
we value constant feedback from students as well because mm, personally, I also believe in code development, and we take feedback from students to revise our modules to fit their requirements, to fit the market requirements without
Right.
compromising on learning outcomes, actually. And our courses are designed with flexibility. Modules can be adjusted to incorporate updates about emerging technologies and trends without a complete overhaul of the entire course.
Right. And you actually mentioned it very correctly, I feel, because cybersecurity is one such field. Whenever there is a new tech designed or new tech invented, I guess cybersecurity is updated all over again for to cater to that particular technology and development. So it's an ever-changing field, and I've always told that to the learners that this domain is actually never going out of fashion because wherever there is tech, there is cybersecurity. Wherever there is a lot of data handling, there is cybersecurity. So it's relevant in all of the fields across the board. So
Yeah, and
yeah, that was.
if you are really keen learner, I would say cybersecurity is really for you because you will never get bored. It's so much, every time, even I go through my modules, go through the courses, I learn new things. So it's really interesting for me as well. So anyone who is keen learner, it's for them actually.
Perfect. Thanks, Fazia. So now let's move on to the next question. It's actually one of the most common questions I come across when I speak to learners. So, what is the structure of the final year project? What assistance or guidance is provided for it?
So the final year project for this program is almost the same as we offer on campus for on-campus MSc. It's around 6 months duration, and students have the flexibility to either choose their own project topics or select from a list which we provide to a student. And each student will be assigned a supervisor to support them throughout their project journey. And on completion of project, students will submit a comprehensive report, dissertation report, detailing about their research, methodology, results, and literature review. This project actually module, this offers students a valuable opportunity to write a report mirroring like real life scenarios in their future, professional work. So it's really good chance for them to delve into this project module.
Right. So, what I feel is it's kind of a hands-on experience even before you start working in cybersecurity, is it?
It is actually, yeah, the whole program, I would say it's full of those even the hands-on labs. They also give, I will cover actually in my maybe in
Mhm.
next questions. There are so many
Right.
things to learn and which are almost train learners for their, career life.
Perfect. Perfect. So, let's move on to the next question then. Now, how practical is this course and what are the key subjects covered?
So the course is highly practical and it has been developed, as I mentioned, it has been developed with the help of industry experts. It includes several hands-on labs in different modules, and students are exposed to a cyber range for the first time in any distance learning program actually, and which is a platform mostly used in military settings to train cyber experts on real life cyber uh, scenarios of cyber attack and how to respond in such cases. Uh, and the key subjects covered in this program are cybersecurity foundations, security management, governance, cybercrime, applied cryptography, network and infrastructure security, computer systems security, software and application security, security behaviors, information privacy, human factor in security, and research methods for cybersecurity.
Perfect. That is amazing because this is actually, I did not know that this answer is going to be part of this question, but this is one of the questions that I've come across from different students that what are the technical, texts that will be used to, complete the program. So you actually answered it for them. Really great. Now let's move on to the next question. It's again one of the questions which is more common, I believe. It says, how does the curriculum cover both the technical aspects and the theoretical aspects of cybersecurity?
So, the curriculum of this program is carefully designed to cover both the technical and theoretical aspects of cybersecurity. On the technical front, I would say the curriculum covered various aspects like network security measures, such as firewalls, intrusion detection, prevention systems, and secure communication protocols, cryptographic algorithms, protocols, their practical application in securing data and communications, and understanding and evaluating vulnerabilities in systems, networks, and applications, investigating and responding to cybersecurity incidents, digital forensic techniques, and secure software development. And the theoretical aspect include cybersecurity governance, risk management, risk assessment, compliance, development, and implementation of security policies, ethical and legal considerations in cybersecurity, ethical hacking guidelines, implications, leading and managing cybersecurity teams, cultivating a security aware organizational culture, cybersecurity research methods, and all to enable students to engage with emerging trends and critically evaluate new technologies. So it's a mix of technical and theoretical knowledge.
Right, it's really exciting for someone who is actually, looking forward to build their career into it because gives them that landscape to learn everything about the program before they actually step into uh, the cybersecurity landscape. Because there are learners who are freshly graduated and they are really excited to learn or master a particular domain in in the computer science domain. And cybersecurity, as you mentioned, is one of those top-notch domains which will actually never go out of fashion. So that is really great to understand that the curriculum is so packed for all of the students that the learning is going to be constant and they'll eventually grow with this program, I believe. Right. Now let's proceed on to the next question, which is it's a question for you, Fauzia, particularly like what's your favorite topic on this program and why?
So, because I've worked in network security when I was working in defense industry. So network security is really close to my heart. And
Mhm.
but my PhD was on malware detection. So now it's also coming towards my heart again. Um, um, the network security, the module is full of hands-on practices on different network tools. And we have introduced actually cyber range very first time in any distance learning program. And the cyber range platform enables the students to simulate the real life cyber attack scenarios, and a student can learn how to respond in critical cyber attack scenarios actually. And with
Mhm.
hands-on practice using real attack scenarios, they can work together to improve incident response and refine and test their defensive capabilities. So network security, but each time we are actually launching a new module and I'm going through that, it looks like, okay, now this one is my favorite. So it's
Right.
changing.
Perfect. I mean, when you tell about your work experiences and your favorite domain, which is network security, it actually makes it more interesting. And like I mentioned earlier, now I am excited to get on board on this program. I'm not sure about learners, but I'm pretty excited to get on the program. So let's move on to the next question. It is actually going to be the last on this interview. So it's what sectors can MSc Cybersecurity graduates work in?
So I would say it's really very now I think anyone can answer this question. Anything digitized needs cybersecurity professional actually. So they have the MSc Cybersecurity graduates have a wide range of sectors in their hands available to work in. Because it's a critical concern for organizations in both the public and private sector nowadays, especially after this digital transformation. And
Mhm.
the list of sectors is extensive, including energy, retail, e-commerce, telecommunication, health, financial sectors, banking, academia, manufacturing, automobile, automation, and industrial control systems, consulting, advisory, training, and research, non-profit, just name any, I would say. So
Right.
these and these there are many sectors. Yeah,
Mhm.
the list is exhausting. Yeah.
Very true, very true. So, as we end of this question, are there any last tips that you would like to give to the learners who are interested in this program? Because we are now stepping into the last week before the application closes down. So, just wanted your insights or any tips that you would like to share for all the learners.
Um, so if I would say if they are again the same thing, if they love learning, then cybersecurity is not only the hot hottest topic I would say in the market right now. It enhances your career options. It opens many doors for you. For example, I worked almost 4 different sectors. I started in academia, I went to industry, I went to military, then I went to business, consultancy, now back to academia, and it's never ending. I feel like there are many doors. I just need to open with these, cybersecurity qualifications. So I really encourage everyone to start this journey. It's exciting, and you will never be bored with learning. And there are many, opportunities for career growth as well.
Perfect. That is actually a really great answer for all of the learners who are, I mean, it's motivating as well because, like I mentioned, there are learners from their different parts of their journey, career journey at the moment, like they're career starters, career changers. So it makes them, I mean, it helps them take that decision, moving forward to get on board on this program. So thanks a lot for that. Uh, well, this is amazing. Thanks, Fausia, for answering these questions for all of the learners. Now we will actually proceed on to the next installment of the session. So, anything that you would like to mention?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
No problem. Bye then, Fausia. Thank you. And as we move on to the next installment of the session and understand the program a bit better, we will also end this session, this webinar with the Q&A towards the end, where we will answer all of your questions. Now, let's look at the program overview. Uh, let's look at what this program has to offer us. First of all, it's a brand new program. This course consists of 10 core modules, covering a wide range of critical topics from the field. Each module is intricately designed, addressing diverse areas that are crucial in the cybersecurity landscape. But we understand the importance of practical application as well. Thus, the program also includes one project module, where you'll have the chance to apply your theoretical knowledge, tackle practical problems, thereby coming face to face with real world cybersecurity challenges, just like Fausia had mentioned earlier. In the era of digitalization, our program ensures convenience at the peak. It is a 100% online program, making it accessible to anyone with an internet connection, no matter where you are in the world. The comfort and utility of your home or your favorite hangout spot can now be transformed into your personal classroom. Isn't that exciting? Recognizing the constraints of individual schedules, our program is self-paced and incredibly flexible. Whether you are a full-time professional, a fresh graduate, or even a curious retiree, this course caters to your timetabling needs. Being student-friendly, the course requires just 12 to 15 hours of study a week, This enables you to enrich your knowledge and skills without disrupting your regular duties or leisure time. You can learn at your own pace and mold the course into your routine rather than the other way around. In conclusion, this brand new course brings a unique blend of core and project-based learning, is completely online and flexible, making this an ideal choice for anyone keen to delve into the world of cybersecurity. Now, let's move on to the next slide. Since the program will be delivered to Coursera's platform, in order to help you better understand how the learning process works on Coursera platform, let me walk you through a sample course from the University of London. The program is designed to fit learners' personal schedules, allowing them to study online at their own pace and vary their course load every term. Learners can access their courses from anywhere by downloading them to their mobile device and study offline whenever and wherever they choose. There is no live attendance required. Once you log into your Coursera platform, you'll see the courses you registered for on your dashboard, and you'll notice that the coursework is broken down into weeks. Each week will have pre-recorded video lectures, quizzes, and interactive activities. Learners watch pre-recorded video lectures and complete quizzes and programming assignments. There is a final exam at the end of every module. All your coursework is self-paced except for your examinations. Learners can find deadlines in the course syllabus. Learners can find their exam timetable in the student portal. The university provides learners with all the resources and study material needed to complete the program successfully, including the essential reading for each module. Learners will access these resources through the virtual learning environment and Coursera. Students collaborate on group projects using Zoom and Slack. Slack is another cloud-based instant messaging system. Online tutors. Online tutors hold live tutorial webinars and provide support and guidance throughout each study session. Online student relationship managers will guide students through their learning journey. Student Guide. This provides information which is common to all students, gives information about matters of importance from the start of a student's relationship with the University of London through their graduation. The online library. This provides a range of full-text, multidisciplinary databases where journal articles, ebooks, and reports can be found. Now, let's look at the program structure in the next slide. Let's start with the program length. Our course provides you with the flexibility to determine your learning pace from anywhere between 2 to 5 years. As a self-paced online program, its flexibility allows you to vary your course load as per your convenience. We understand that our students have unique needs, and thus we provide the option to take a maximum of 2 new modules per term. This allows for a balanced approach to learning, ensure content absorption without overloading you. The cohort starts in April 2024, for which the applications have now started, and we are also approaching the deadline on 4th of March. So you'll have 4 study sessions in a year of 10 weeks each, along with the final assessment for the module studied. So you can select the load of your choice during program as per your convenience. Now let's move to the qualifications we offer. Our program provides you the opportunity to earn 3 different awards. First, obviously, the MSc in Cybersecurity, comprising of 10 core modules and a project, tallying up to 180 credits. For those who wish to continue the learning journey, although in a less intensive format, you can actually earn the postgraduate diploma, which might be a suitable option for you. This qualification actually requires 1 core module and 7 optional modules, amounting a total of 120 credits. Finally, our postgraduate graduate certification, uh, which could be an excellent choice for those wishing to gain a strong foundation in cybersecurity in a shorter time span. It includes 1 core module and 3 optional modules, earning you a total of 60 credits. Now, let's speak about the support that our learners receive. We know how important guidance is in our learning journeys. As such, our tutor support is available through live webinars in different time slots to assist you navigate through the course materials. We conduct both live and recorded sessions, meaning you can either interact on the webinars or catch up later as per your schedule. Access to live tutor support also ensures that any pressing doubts or questions you may have are addressed swiftly. Furthermore, our live Q&A sessions aim to clarify your queries, enhance your learning, and make the study process highly interactive. In essence, our cybersecurity program is a complete package. It offers a comprehensive, adaptable learning process, a diversity of qualifications, and a robust tutor support that caters to needs of every student. Now, let's move on to the next slide and look at the total program cost. As we move on to the next slide, you'll actually see a poll on your screen. Please take your time to answer those. The indicative totals for this master's is between £9,445 to £12,600, depending upon your geographical location. The price is distributed among Band A and Band B countries. Please note, the tuition is based on where you are living currently, not based on your nationality. To understand which band you fall under, Maria will drop a link into the chat box below. For this program, if you wish to pay as you go, for Band A countries, the price by module is 787 or £787 for each 15 credit modules. For Band B countries, the price per module is £1,050 for 15 credit modules. Please note that there is no application fee for this program. To review the fee in further detail, Maria will drop the respective link into the chat box now. Learners can pay their fees via online, in-person, and offline mode, whichever is suitable for them. University of London offers a number of scholarships and bursaries for the students. The best way to go about this is for you to check the university's website to see if there is anything that you may be eligible for. Maria will now share a link for financial aid options into the chat box. Also, please note that generally you can apply for scholarships or bursaries only after you've been accepted into the program. Now, let's move on to the next slide and look at what an ideal student for MSc Cybersecurity looks like. This program actively seeks students who are motivated to step into pivotal roles in cybersecurity world. Perhaps you envision yourself as a business information security officer or a role responsible for protecting an organization's sensitive information from threats. Or maybe you see yourself as a security consultant impacting systems across various companies by offering cybersecurity advice. Some of you might be considering the role of a cybersecurity specialist, an essential contributor to identify security threats and mitigating the risks in an organization's systems. In our program, our focus is not only on theoretical learning, but enriching students with practical applied skills. Cybersecurity has a broad spectrum, making it essential to equip students with the required practical knowledge for those professions. We aim to provide thorough training in the cybersecurity field that helps them to understand and resolve real-world issues deftly and efficiently. While technical skills are crucial, up-to-date industry knowledge and the ability to meet the latest industry demands are equally essential. With the ever-evolving landscape of cyberspace, our programs are curated to keep students updated with the new trends and technology, ensuring their qualifications stay competitive at all the times. To sum up, the ideal student for this program is someone drawn to impactful roles within the cybersecurity industry and is motivated to acquire practical skills and adapt to latest industry trends with enthusiasm and dedication. The members of the institution are dedicated to providing the necessary guidance and support to develop these aspiring professionals. So if you've ever seen yourself in these roles, if you have an insatiable curiosity about the field of cybersecurity, then we anticipate the pleasure of accompanying you on this educational journey. Moving on to the next slide now. Now, let's look at the application process for the program since we are approaching the deadline for the application on 4th of March, 2024. So let's look at the next slide and how let's see how it looks like exactly. So this is how the application process looks like. First of all, you're welcome to book a meeting with us to discuss your application uh, program and all the documents in more details with us. When you're ready to start your application, please go to the Coursera website and click on a blue Apply Now button, which will then take you to the University of London application, which looks like the one shared on the slide. The first question you will be asked when you start your application is whether you want to apply for graduate or performance-based entry. If you satisfy the graduate entry requirement, go for it. Details will be discussed in the next slide. Otherwise, choose performance-based. The difference between them is that if you get accepted into performance-based admission, through the performance-based admission, sorry, you will need to complete or pass two study sessions with one module each with a weighted average of 40% or above before progressing onto the rest of the program. The application itself is pretty straightforward. Please prepare all the documents to be discussed in a moment in advance, and then it should not take you more than 30 minutes to complete your application. Make sure to submit your application before March 4th, which is the deadline for the application. After submission, please check your email box regularly as the University of London might ask for additional information. You will then receive an email with their decision and further instruction. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the application, feel free to reach out to our enrollment services team at any stage of your application process. We will be sharing a link to book a meeting with us, with our enrollment counselors towards the end of the webinar. Now, let's look at the admission routes. If we move on to the next slide, please. Yeah. As you see on the screen, on the slide, we will elaborate on the admission routes a bit more. As discussed earlier, there are two entry routes, the graduate and the direct entry route. The graduate or direct entry route requires the learner to have a bachelor's degree with at least a second class when compared to a UK degree. That is, it requires you to have more than 2.6 GPA overall. However, on the event of learner not matching the set parameter for direct entry to the university actually provides you with an opportunity to get into the program through performance-based entry route. If you have a bachelor's degree with at least a third class when compared to a UK degree that is above 2.3 GPA overall, additionally with work experience, please note that the learners who get into the program through PBA, you will need to complete or pass for a first two study sessions with one module each, like discussed earlier. You will also have to provide a proof of English language proficiency. Here are a few exams that you can take that are approved by the University of London. Maria will now share a link for more details on admissions for this program. Now, let's move on to the next slide and look at the application checklist. To complete your application, you'll need to submit a scanned copy of your personal identification. It can be your birth certificate, your passport, your national ID card, and scanned copy of your academic transcripts, translated copies if required. If it can be signed and stamped by an official translator. Secondly, an evidence of English proficiency if English is not your first language, as discussed on the last slide. A supporting statement describing why you want to take this program. This will be your opportunity to showcase to the University of London why you wish to study this program. Please give your reasons. You should include details about your education, work experience, if any, and current responsibilities, which are relevant to this application. Also, if you would like your employment to be considered as part of your application, you may upload a CV or your resume, but that is completely optional. Now, let's look at the next step. Now, once you've completed your application, you're just one step away from starting the program, which is the registration process. Now, the next step is registration. When you're ready to register for your modules, for which the deadline is March 18th, log into your student portal using the login details the university emailed to you. Now, once you're logged into your student portal, click the Register Now button, and you'll be able to see which modules are offered in this session and register. You can study up to 2 new modules per session. In addition to this, you can reset assessments or repeat modules if necessary. To complete your registration, you need to pay for your modules. The total cost of the program depends upon your location. You can refer to the link shared earlier in the chat box. so that you can check by yourself which country band you fall under. If your country is in band A, you pay £9,445. And for band B country students, the total fee of the program is £12,600. Also, I would like you to know that you don't have to pay these fees straight away. Like discussed earlier, you can pay as you go, only for the modules that you register for. After you've registered and paid for your modules, you'll receive an invite to your university email address to link your Coursera account to the degree program. There you'll see an orientation program that you'll need to complete before the classes begin. This course covers everything you need to know to start the program and to make the best use of your studies. It will go over program policies, how to navigate Coursera, communication channels to seek help, and how to connect with other students. You should allow up to 6 hours to complete this program. Once you've completed that, you'll receive access to your modules when the teaching session begins on April 8, 2024. You'll have access to all your study materials at the start of the session, except for some assessments and final exams, which may be logged for a certain date and time. Now, register for February 26th to get free access to the University of London Cyber Security, Technology and Governance specialization. So it's for learners who have been accepted or who are yet to be accepted in the next couple of days. It's your last chance to register before 26th and get the free certification. It's a great certification, in my opinion, because it gives you the essence of the program before you even started. So it's a good opportunity for all of us. Now, let's look at the degree certificate. Now, completing the MSc Cybersecurity online, and you can imagine the satisfaction of the particular degree validated by 180 credits, each an emblem of your dedication and hard work. The degree awarded by the University of London under the academic guidance of Royal Holloway holds global recognition and opens doors to a multitude of opportunities. On completion, you will receive your physical degree of MSc in Cybersecurity, and it reaches you wherever in the world you may be. Yet the highlight of this odyssey is attending the graduation ceremony in London. Your online journey with us is not just about acquiring skills, it is also about celebrating your transformation into a cybersecurity professional. Now, it's time for our Q&A. If you have additional questions about the program or application process, please put them in the Q&A box. We'll give you a few seconds to submit your questions. Well, there is a question which says, for international student like me from India, my graduate degree in science was done in English language. Do I still need the English language proficiency test? Well, you would need to submit a letter of your essentially, if not an English language test, something to prove your English language proficiency, because if English is not your native language, you might just have to prove it to the university to get on board on the program. Well, there's again a very good question, which is what will be job chances after completing this degree? Well, you receive, if you've attended the last webinar we had with Liz from who is a career consultant at the University of London, you might have seen mentioning her that there is a lot of support that you'll receive in terms of career services from the University of London, which will essentially help you a lot in accomplishing your career aspirations in the future with the program while you're still learning with us. Well, there is again a very good question which says, are there any practical elements or activities I learn better with practical experience and guidance? Well, Fauzia had probably answered that question for you earlier. You do have a bit of inclusion of a technology in the program wherein you will have access to cyber range, wherein you can actually test your skills and your whatever you've learned over the course of the program. Well, the next question is, if I cannot submit my application by March, when will be next admission? So we run two cohorts every year, one in the month of March, and the next intake is going to be in the month of October. So stay tuned to know about more for the next intake. A good question was, does this degree say that it was done online? Well, the degree does not say that you've done it online or through Coursera. So it comes as a proper degree from the University of London under the academic direction of Royal Holloway. Well, it actually gives you that much endorsability in your career aspiration if you want to pursue a career in cybersecurity after you've done this particular program. Well, this is again a very good question, which says that yeah, can anyone in the world study this program? Says, hello, the University of London accepts students from all over the world. So you're welcome to apply for the program. The applications are now open. It's a global program, and the best part is you'll be connected with your peer group, which is I mean, it actually helps you build that connect and network with all of the students across the globe from different parts of their career journey. There will be learners who are freshers, there will be learners who are working professionals. So it gives you a good opportunity to delve into the cyberspace as a student as well. Well, there is a question which says, why the difference in price for different countries? Well, that is because I mean, it's been divided into two different bands of countries. Again, it's Band A countries, it's 9,445 pounds. And for Band B countries, the price point is 12,600 pounds. And it depends on the geographical location that you are right now living in and not on your nationality. Well, this is a very good question again. It says, how long does it take to finish this program? Well, this course will take you 24 months to complete if you're doing it at full-time load. But the university also offers you an extension up to a maximum of 5 years if you are willing to take breaks and do the program at part-time load. So the general conception being that there are a lot of working professionals on the program, and committing more time than 15 hours per week on the program is kind of difficult for all of the learners. So there's a flexibility because it's an online program and you can actually choose your own pace every semester. So you'll not be bound to a particular pace from the very start of the program. You can choose between one or two modules, and you can also take a break in between. What is the time commitment required? Students are expected to commit to 12 to 15 hours of studying per week per module. So if you're going full time, you'll be investing about 24 to 30 hours, which makes it very clear. And it also relates to the last question that I just answered. Well, will this webinar PPT will be shared to attendees today? Yes. Whoever has registered for this webinar will receive a recording of this webinar right after it's complete. Well, I believe that we're now towards the end of the session, and I do see that we do have a couple of more questions, but apologies for the question we were not able to answer in the session. Feel free to schedule a call with us here in the link that Maria is now going to share in the chat box. We'll send out the recording of this webinar to you in a follow-up email. Hope to speak with you soon. And for now, thank you, Fauzia, again, for being a part of this beautiful webinar. And thank you everyone for attending the webinar. And once again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.